Okay, I'm back. All right. So, this stream. Dude, if this works, oh, I'm gonna be so happy. Okay, so in this stream, let's go ahead and save this. Save. Oop. What up, what up, what up? Oh, shit. Look at this. Hey, I'm a very public person, so look, I don't hide shit. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. Make it bigger. Bam. Boom. All right. Cool, cool. This disabled. Yep, perfect. That works beautifully. Look at that, dude. That's gonna make do this little thing, man. It's gonna make things so convenient. So the only thing that I want. Oh man, I'm getting a phone call from my family. Hold on one second. All right, all right. So the only thing I need is to be able to look through multiple subfolders, and then that's the only thing that's gonna make it perfect for me. But it's already, I think, perfect for just about everybody else. Looks amazing. Now, if you handle subfolders, I'll be in the heavens. Nice. All right. Okay, cool. So let's get back to this here. New general. All right. So what do I want to do? Let me show you guys how to set up an asset browser because I don't see anyone ever using it, and I'm like, bro, it's so powerful. So we're gonna do it real quick. So let's do this. So I'm gonna open up this. Can't read. What? Maybe I changed it. I probably changed it. So let me open up this. Open. Okay, so this is Umins. I didn't make this. Umin made this. Um, this is all, and this is a great resource. So if you're modding male characters, what are you talking about? Why is it not opening? Stop that. What is this? All right. Okay. So when you look at his is not open. I have everything shown in this version, but this is all the characters, right? So this is like Raven, everybody. So if I went like this and I hit backslash, there we go. We got, oh, let me put it like that. So it's PG, you know what I'm saying? Um, these are all the characters MSL forms, right? Um, in this file, and then he also has the comment. So what I did is I went ahead and created a universal base mesh for the body, right? The heads, it wasn't working right, so the heads, you can still have to use those individually. I'll show you what I mean in a second, but the body is now universal, and I'll show you what I mean. So I created this as an asset browser. I'm going to make this available. I think I talked to him before, and he said he was cool with it. He doesn't have any issue. But I made it into an asset browser so that we can load it without having to open up this blend file every single time. Mm. Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. Um, so that we don't have to open up this blend file every single time. I can open up any blend file and use it. So we'll just go ahead and get out of here for a second. So all you got to do is um, create like a folder or something where you want to have your stuff at. So in my case, um, I've got an asset libraries folder, and in each of these folders, I have one blend file that is acting as a asset library. So in here, I have that male body um, blend file that I just showed you, right? Okay, cool. So to actually load it, you just go into your preferences and you go all the way down to file path sections, and then here you'll have your asset libraries. right? I already have it loaded, but if I unload it and save, show you what I'm looking at. So if we go down here, I can do that. I can, yeah, I can do that. Um, if I go down here, look at the asset browser, right? These are your different asset browsers you can look at. Like it comes with the hair one, all this good stuff. But there's no male body one in here right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to add it. Let's go to preferences, go to our asset library, plus, find out wherever your asset libraries are, select the folder, and just have this empty folder right here, hit add, right? Save. Save. Beautiful. Okay, so now I can hit refresh, and I've got the male body stuff here, right? So we've got their heads, we've got all this good stuff. Um, I can bring this body in, right? And there it is. There's our body. And we're going to set the body to 0. So it's properly aligned. Right, now here's where this thing is great. So I combine the MSL and the PRP weights all into the same mesh, right? So I've got PRP and MSL, which means that whatever I do, whatever I transfer weights, I'm transferring the MSL and the PRP. So right now it's at the common body format, right? This is the common body if I'm going to do a common item, right? I'm going to make a shirt that all the guys are going to wear. I'm going to use the MSL PRP setup. That's what I'm going to do. I create that model once. I transfer my weights over once. And then the only thing that I have to do now is rig it to an MSL skeleton and then unrig it and then rig it to a PRP skeleton and I'm good. My verts are going to be the same. Everything's going to work out. It's going to be easy, simple versus having 2 copies of the same mesh, right? So that's why I do it. But where this thing becomes powerful, this little baby body, is I don't need a whole bunch of different bodies anymore. So just like the game has different PRP setups, essentially they're like shape keys, right? But done through bones. Um, if I go down here to shape keys, right, I've got these different shape keys, and these are all using the characters' official names. Like PGN is, like Wolf is Lee, right? So I can go to Lee, and I can turn this all the way up, and whoop, look, I got Lee's proportions, right? Turn it off. I can go to Heihachi. There we go, Heihachi's proportions, right? So they're all the same base mesh, but they're all styled just a little bit differently, right? Who do we got? We've got, I think JLY. I don't know who JLY. I think JLY is Leroy, maybe? I know KLW is Fang, so that's Fang's body. And all that good stuff. We got Eddie's body here. Nice. I think you get the drift, right? There's King. King's probably one of the bigger of the characters. So we're good there. All right. So that's for use with the MSL and the PRP, or the MSL only rigs. Okay. I don't think I have the MS. Oh, I think the MSL rigs are here. These ones, you'll want to use these, right? So if let's say at Heihachi, where's Heihachi at? B. So we can set it to B. Let me find B's stuff, which is right here. Boop, bring it in. Let's set it at 0. 0. And I can bring in his head. Now the heads are already at the MSL position, and they're not at the PRP position. So you see, look, it matches perfectly on that. Now if I change this body to a different body, you'll see things don't match up right, and you'll have weird head issues. Or say I've got this one, you can see that they don't match. Some characters might match okay, like, oh nope, the head's all the way up in there, right? So you want to make sure you're using the right format, right? So cool. So everything I do, I'm going to do it with that. And then I always make sure that this is selected, whichever one that you have loaded is selected. Because if I go into edit mode and I have a different one selected, you'll see all the different. Whoa, one of those looked all messed up. I don't know which one that was. Okay, all right, so maybe it's not messed up. That's a good thing. But there we go. All right. Very good. So this is a really good thing to have. I have the same thing with the females. I don't have every female though. So if I looked up, and this is the one that's available on my GitHub as well. All right, so here's the female version. I don't have bones for the female though. You have to go grab those yourself. All right. Right, so for the females, same thing. You can go down here and be like, I want it to be Asuka, or I want it to be Reina. Right. They don't have as drastic changes. Lydia, there's Lydia. So I use Lydia all the time. Safina, right? She's got longer arms. So, yep. Or you can turn them all off and you're using just the common body. So it's a super, super good thing to have. So, but what I want to do is I want to be able to retarget stuff. And so I've been doing some research and I think I have a good plan, but I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if it works. So the idea is we have the copy mesh from pose option through the blueprints and the anim blueprints. And that's going to take all the animations for whatever character is being set in the BI to use. So if we're using a BI for whatever character, you know what I mean, that's what it's going to pull. But I can't just straight up retarget it the way many game developers would do because of that, because it's dependent on the animation. So I have to start from there. So, and I can't retarget that essentially invisible thing. So I have to figure out a way to make it work. And so I've talked to ChatGPT and I'm going to try to set it up so I can kind of implement what's going on. But for here, I need to grab me, I'm going to use Lydia again. And I'm going to have to go grab me some Lydia bones because for whatever reason, I don't think I have any. Or I might. Let me see. Let's see. PSK import. I don't know where they actually are. Yeah, I just do it fresh. Fmodel, for whatever reason, used to put everything in the same folder for me, and now I feel like my stuff is in like all kinds of different folders. For some reason, I don't know. But you deal with what you gotta deal with. So I'm gonna go down here, grab this. Shift, and then I gotta take these other mods. These are not my mods. Get out of here. Get out of here, and get out of here. All right, load. Item, mods, models. This one. Unique. Lydia, full body. And the P-Ps are usually always MSL only, so they're good ones to start with. So that's gonna take a second or two to download. In the meantime, let me see if I can find the right spot here. So much creating IK rig. So that's how to create an IK rig. Okay, so this is what I kind of have to do. So I've got the source, anim blueprint. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to take Heihachi, and I'm going to try to make Heihachi a chick, I guess. That's kind of what I'm going for. Without having to do a whole bunch of readjustments, you know what I mean? And my goal is so that it's going to be Heihachi animations with chick build as the chick. So as Reina or Lydia or Lily or Nina or whatever versus just a female body for them. And I'm hoping that gives me a more realistic. The problem that will happen though is that the hitboxes shouldn't align, right? Because if the character is big and I'm using a small character, there will be some differences. So it's gonna be like a trade-off, right? Do you want the character to be a female and bigger, or what? I don't know. We haven't really explored this method, so uh, who knows? It might work, it might not work. If it does work, we'll figure out what to do from there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and import some Bizones, and I don't need. There we go. So we got this and now this. We'll go ahead and parent armature deform, and I only need it at the MSL level. I'm also going to make a copy of it real quick, and I'm going to apply all shape keys. Apply all shape keys, right? And then for this one, I'm just going to delete it. That way I know I'm not messing up anything, and I've got this just solid Lydia form. And we'll go ahead and boot parent armature deform. Everything's good. Okay, so we got Lydia. Let's call this Lydia. And now I want Heihachi. And let me put Lydia stuff into a collection real quick, so I can easily hide it. All right. Now we've got okay, so this is the generic bones. We don't want those. We want these bones. So the same thing I did here, because it's shape key, I'm just going to hit Shift D and apply all shape keys. And for the one with shape keys, I'm just going to delete it. All right, so we're going to grab this, parent that, armature deform, and we'll be good to go. I don't really need the head right now, but we'll keep it for a quick second. And okay. All right, beautiful. Let's get rid of the head for now. All right, make sure my units are set correctly. All right, I'll save as. Let's see, projects, demo, retargeting. I don't think I spelled that right. Whatever. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to grab both of these. So file export FBX. And we'll call this one SK Chichi Hachi. All right, nice. So we'll hide that, bring her back. File export FBX. And I'm just checking their skin real quick, because I don't know. Okay, everything should be good. All right, I've got all of those materials in my project, so they should load whenever I do this. So 7134, retarget. Demo. All right, since they're both MSLs as a base skeleton, I can just import all with the same skeleton. All right, there we go. We've got our naked people. Very nice. But are they really naked if they don't have any parts? You know what I mean? They're just Ken dolls. Who knows? Ken and Barbie. All right. So let's go here. I think it says I need an anim blueprint for this. So I'm going to create and then blueprint. And drop it there. All right, let's rename it. Copy. And I'm just going to ABP. All right. And we'll just do the super basic setup. Copy those from mesh. All right. Save. Okay, now it's time to read and figure out what's going on. So we're using one source, multiple targets, but we're just using one target for now. So source would be the mail, right? Copy post from mesh. That's what I told it. Target IK rig. So I need to create an IK rig for the mail and then do this thing, which I saw a video on, and it looks like a lot, but also looks pretty simple once you know what you're doing. So let's see, target IK. How do I make that? I think I make it animation rig IK rig. Okay, and I'm gonna call this one IKR a Hachi. Now, how do I make an IK rig? I think I asked down here. It says how to create it. So annotation dialog, select skeletal mesh. It didn't ask me. Did it? It didn't ask me to. Did it? I've got a preview mesh, but not a skeletal mesh. All right, did I do the wrong thing first? IK rig. I must have missed it somehow. Reset. It's a preview mesh, but I don't think that's the right thing. So let me delete this again and reread it. See if I missed it. Right click, empty space. You will create one for the source skeletal mesh, a separate IK rig for your target skeletal mesh, even if they have the same base. Okay. Let's try this again. So animation, IK rig. It didn't do it. Okay, let's try. Maybe I gotta have this selected. No, that's not gonna do it. Is there an animation? Create anim composite and montage, anim offset. Create a control rig. No, let's just talk to it. Right. Damn it. That's not right either. Because this is saying I can create one from here. All right, so let's do this. We're going to collect this. Be like an idiot. Boom. I don't see that option. Ooh, I might be out of luck. I might be out of luck. Cause it's definitely not here. Hmm. Ow. Oh man, I might have to create a factory for it. Let's see. Is there any way to make it from inside here? All right, let's try it. Let's ask it this. Is it possible to create the IK rig and then assign skeletal mesh after? All right, I think I've got a solution for this, and then I'm gonna have to take a quick break to handle the family. So animation, IK rig, bam. We'll call this IKR Hachi, right? And then I'll take this and put this here. And now I've got IK rig for Heihachi. But there are no bones or anything. Okay. So once you have, okay, setting the retarget bone and defining retarget chains. Pre-create your IQ rigs and get them ready. Reassigning, testing if you have multiple skeleton meshes to stack same underlying skeleton. That should still be fine. Okay, cool. All right, so it says mm, okay, so let's try that. So it says set three target root. So in my case, I'm just going to use root. and set retarget route. Okay. Small green thing. I don't see a small green thing, but whatever. Is there anything on this character? Oh, it's on the ground. There it is. There's our route. All right, nice. All right, defining retarget chains. Define logical segments of your character's body, limbs, spine, head that the eye will manage as a cohesive unit. All right, this might be hard. Okay, look, retargeting panel. Add a new chain in the retargeting panel. Add new chain. Okay. What? What are they talking about? How do I'm not good at reading. All right, let's see. It says usually in the middle right section, location. What am I looking for? Often the IK which manages a this is how system knows, blah blah. Add a new chain in the retargeting panel. Click the add new chain button. In here? Ah, there we go. Add new chain. Okay, chain. All right. Select the start bone. Spine 1. Okay, let's try that. I don't know. So we'll call this one spine. Why is it not? Okay, now I can set it here. So we'll set this with the root, right? Where's the IK goal? I wonder if okay, there we go. We've got stuff being connected, I guess. I can't read what that says though. Up to the neck. Let's do the shoulder. I can't read it. I'm blind. I gotta use my magnifying glass. Shoulder to the hand, I guess. Let's try this. Okay, left arm, shoulder. Say hand. All right. But I'm missing like the elbow and stuff. Like, will it go through all of these? Might be, might be too much. There's another left shoulder. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, whatever. I'll try to keep it super simple then maybe. And then we'll go from the neck. To the head. I'll just try to keep it as basic as possible. All right, where's the... All right, so we've got the hip, and then we've got the sea leg. What if I select all of these? Will it give me... Oh, look, it gave me the whole thing. What? I don't know if that's completely right. But whatever. Mhm. Okay. There's... I think that's enough, maybe. All right, let's see what happens now. What's the next step? All right, so add a chain, repeat for all the different parts, 2 legs, 2 arms, neck, head, spine, fingernails, whatever. As you change, they will appear in the retargeting panel. Click on the chain, highlight in the viewport. All right, completing this, try to cover all major moving parts. Okay, overlapping chains should not overlap. I think we're fine. Translation retargeting mode. Not. Remember that after you set up your IK rigs and chains, the actual proportional adjustments happen in the IK retargeter asset. Okay, once both your source. All right, and I think what they were saying also, so let's save that. Because my bones are like identical, I should be able to just duplicate this, right? I don't know. Duplicate it. Call this one Lydia. Open it up. All right. And then grab Lydia, throw her in here. And then these should still be the same because they use the same skeleton. So I'm going to just assume I'm right and move on to the next steps. Okay, cool. So there I got me an IK rig thingy. Okay. What's next? Okay, so let's see about our IK retargeter. Once again, no switch. Okay, so select the source. Okay. I don't know what that means. What? They're standing on top of each other. That is not correct. I don't think it is. They should be overlapping each other. They shouldn't be on top of each other. So let's go into here and I'm gonna set the retarget bone root or clear the retarget bone. And I'm gonna make so this spine, we get rid of that spine, and I'm gonna make it go from hip is the retargeting root, and then hip through spine. Will be that. Okay. And then I'm gonna yeet this one, delete. What? What'd I do? I broke it. Why won't it let me delete it? Delete. Okay. All right, I must have hit something different. All right, so duplicate. We'll call this one Lydia. And throw this in here. All right, let's try it again. Animation, retargeter. Let's open it up. All right, so my source. There we go. That's what I want. All right, so now we've got our overlapped bodies. So I think I'm getting closer. Wait, but why is that? Hold on, let me look at these legs. Left leg is starting with C leg. Okay, so right leg should be starting with C leg. Okay, there we go. And I'm wondering if I should just do the leg and not the feet. I think I'm gonna fix that too. So we're gonna do right leg. This is gonna end the lower leg. Left leg. The lower leg. And then we'll do another one. Right foot, add chain. Okay. And I was gonna do, yeah, I'll just be lazy again. No, I'm not gonna be lazy. We're just gonna do it again here. So left leg to lower leg, right leg to right lower leg, add chain, left foot, add chain. All right, we'll hit save all. And now it looks funky. So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna delete this again. Let's see if all right, whatever. Um, yeah, okay. All right, so then what does it say to do? It says, all right, click it, configure it. Let's see. I think I missed something. Okay, so go in, select your source, click create. Okay, whatever. Open the editor, confirm, configure the IK retargeter. All right, so assign the target IK. If the IK retargeter editor, look at the details panel, settings category, find target IK. All right, so I've got that all set. I've got the target, I've got the source IK, target IK. That's all looking good. All right, adjust the retarget pose. All right, this is the most important step. Blah, blah, blah. Tell the system neutral mappings between the two. So in the editor, the modes, select retarget pose. All right, so default pose, no. All right, gotta read better. What am I missing? Okay, uh, in the modes drop down box. Modes. Where's the modes? Is there no modes being showed viewports? I don't see any modes. I don't see any modes, bro. Default preview controller, profile name. Hmm. All right, so let's just. Okay, so there's see a button labeled to show retarget pose with a checkbox next to it. I don't think that's a checkbox. Create new. Oh, edit mode. All right, I'll be right back. I got to think. All right, I am the confused. I might have to find a video. All right. All right, well, their source and reference poses are the same. So click. I don't have any preview animations to use. Okay, so what is this section? Okay, so this is what I need. So whatever, select retarget pose. Select source. Target the goal. Okay, so if the male shoulders are wider in this default pose, I'll select the clavicle bones, move them outward so they match. All right, let's see. Can I do this? Hi. So, is it like a mix between the two or something? How can I tell? I mean, they're two different colors, but can I move them? Ah, scale. So I want to be in edit mode. How do I move this bone? I don't know how to do it. I'm gonna have to find a video. Damn it. Oh, why is it doing that? It's freaking out. Because I need, stop it. I need them to match, but I don't know how to. So source, current pose, default pose, fine, whatever. Does it create? Oh, here. Let's see, create new retarget pose. Maybe? Custom retarget pose. On a shoulder. All right, how do I move it? No, no, no. Move. How do I move it? Ah, damn it. I don't know how to actually move it. Oh, here, maybe, here. Maybe this is it. Okay. Left shoulder. Damn you. Where's my gizmo? Is this my gizmo? That's like rotate. Why can I only rotate? Bruh. I need to do more than rotate, bro. I need to move it. Oh, can I move it? Can I move it left and right? Oh, oh. No, that's not doing anything. How do I move it? All right, so I can rotate it, which is whatever. Control Z. Hmm. That's what I don't get. It's not letting me move it. If I can't slide it to where it needs to be yet, I'm not gonna be able to get it to work. I feel like the legs are in a pretty good spot. All right, it looks like the overall hip, like the legs themselves, are for the most part aligned. I could probably move the crotch up a little bit somehow if I can figure it out. Okay, so this lets me move up and down. Okay, but that's not, I need a target to move up and down. Okay, so I want her up a little bit. Okay. And maybe, I can't scale her, can I? No. Rotate. So it's only letting me rotate. But how do I scale? I need to scale, bro. All right. Okay, I think I was right. Right? I'm in the target pose mode. I don't think I'm missing anything. See, that's where I'm running into an issue. So W, E, and R, maybe I can do it manually. So let's click on like left shoulder W. No, so this gizmo should see, this is the rotation gizmo, and that's all I have here. Um, let's try to look at this. Oh. Okay, so how to fix it? Switch the reference tab for the full trans. Alright, so in the details panel under transforms, click on the reference tab. Transform reference tab. Okay. Translation, you'll see X. I don't think there are properties now. Let's see for the hip. So like for the hip. All right, so let's do this. I'm thinking that in the relative offset tab, but I wasn't in that, was I? Oh my goodness. I don't think it's getting it, bro. Okay, so maybe let me reset everything. They're in the same pose. So, all right, so once pose is set, what's next? I'm guessing maybe I don't have to line them up the same. I don't know. We'll see. Show retarget pose. Okay, whatever. Set the translation retargeting property for port. You generally want globally as default scale based on the overall difference in scale. Okay, so I think what are you doing? All right, what am I missing? Okay, in the IQ target editor. All right, Retargeting panel. Okay, set the translation retargeting property. What do you mean? Like, is it working? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It would be nice if it works, but I don't have any faith right now. I can't find this part. In the retargeting panel, you chains are listed right here. Okay, translation mode. Okay, here we go. All right, so for these, let's select all of them, right? And then translation mode will be globally scaled. Okay. All right, cool. All right, there we go. Finally clicked. All right. Boom, boom. Avoid absolute. All right, this is where you see work come to life. Drag some animation sequences. I don't have any. I don't have any of that. All right, whatever. Integrate into your animation blueprint. That's where I'm at now. So verify that the male character scale compositions as was details within the character blueprint. I think that's set already. All right, create your target female. Open the animation blueprint for the female character. Why is it? And also add a retarget pose from mesh. Okay. So let's see. So we've got. So I think I'm good here. Save. Like I don't know if I'm good here, but I think I'm good. And we'll call this RTG. Hey. Video. All right. So in this one, let's make sure these are all set. All right, because I want all those poses. Okay. Then I need to make one for her. Oh, she's already connected. How's she? How's this a read only? Save all. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we got her. And let's see. All right, so create that add a retarget pose from mesh. Okay. Okay, so I got a retarget pose from mesh. All right, and where's that? Select your newly created IK retargeter, male to female. Like here? Okay, this one. I'm guessing. I don't know. Why for the pin of this node? Promote the source mesh component pin to a variable. What? Okay. Source. Okay. Okay. So promote to variable. All right. And yeah, we'll call it driver mesh, whatever. Okay, so we got our driving mesh here. Okay. Connect the output from the target pose from mesh to the rest of your stuff. Okay. But my head hurts so bad. I don't. This stuff takes so much to like sink in. It's insane. I mean, this is supposed to be my driving skeletal mesh, but how do I set? What is this? How do I set the mesh to a skeletal mesh? I mean, I need this, but how do I make this a thing? All right, what am I missing? All right. Maybe I'm loading it somewhere else. All right, so get a reference to the female. All right, where am I at? Set up the character blueprint. I don't have a character blueprint. Let's see. If that's the case, hold on, let me see. Oh, so let's grab this. All right, let's take a look at what, so set collision profile. This is use the attach skeletal mesh component. This skeletal mesh component. DSR skeletal mesh component. Set anim instant class. Set leader pose component. So this this gets the skeletal mesh component, but I need it to grab. How do I do this? How do I do this? Let me think. I mean, maybe I could just put it in the game. Like, I don't even know. I don't even clue. All right, so let's just say because event graph, but I don't have anything in here about. I thought I made something. Where did I put the stuff I was just making? There's that. All right, so let me close all this again. So I thought I was working in here. Okay, so this is the retargeting from A to Lydia. Use attached parent. I can retarget asset. I'm hoping that I don't think I need this. I think I can just do this. And I'm hoping that it just works. Also, yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, so let's just create a physics asset real quick. Whatever, bam. I'm just gonna set all of these as kinematic. Save. And I'll do the same thing for Heihachi. Okay. So let's see, what do I need? So my mod is going to not have, it's going to use this, ideally. Okay, so I want this, and then I want her physics asset, which is here. And then we'll put in this anim blueprint, I guess. Wait, not that. Here. I don't know. Okay, and then I think I'm actually just gonna put this in here. And then I'm just gonna piggyback on this situation. All right, so yep. RTG test. All right, so I'm just gonna update my files, I guess. So I'm going to here to this BP, this base class. class. And we'll use this. And then we'll use, I think, her. Okay. All right, whatever. But the IP, let's go to the IP. The IP is going to be switched to B, oops, B, BDF, 1P. Okay. And then the components. I think I already updated this one. Yep. And then the CI and the BI aren't going to get, or the CI and the BCI aren't really going to be messed with at all because they're empty anyways. All right. And then this just needs to go into the correct folder. All right. So PDF. And then boom, throw that here. All right, I think that's right. Let's see, did I miss anything? Oh, I think I need to set this. Like, I don't even know why I have the Anim blueprint for the guy right now. Where's my Anim blueprint? Oh wait, no, I'm in the event graph, I think. Yep. I need to use this. And I think this will, like, I don't know what's going to happen. I have no clue at all. All I know is that if it works, I'm going to have some bare-bodied character. Let me just do my thing. Okay, so this one. Yep, this one. Cool. I hope this works. That'd be pretty cool. It's actually pretty simple. Like it's hard to set up right now, I think, but if it works like this, then that's pretty simple. So trying to understand what needs to go where, like that sucks. But if I can have a reusable IK rig thingy, that works out pretty well. And then everything else is just a matter of just making sure you've got the right things selected, which would definitely be amazing. And I haven't looked at the chat at all, so I don't know if anyone has said anything or done anything. I'm just kind of rambling to myself. And I apologize. And I haven't looked at the chat at all, so I don't know. Oh, so I lost power. Damn. Man, I hope this works. Oh, oh, you want to see my little shitty app? I'll show you my app. So if you're there, I don't know if you're still there, but I'll show you. Um, so I made an app because I was like, ooh, I like what you're doing, and it's way better than what I'm doing because it's more refined. But you know what? Maybe we could work together. Let's see. Where did I put it? Okay, so here's mine. It's, oh wait, nope, that's not it. Here it is. Dun, dun, dun. See, I try to get a browser in here, but it doesn't work the best. Uh, so if you look at the way, so the way mine is set up, and I can't make it any bigger, fortunately, because I don't know how. Let's see, is it legible? Let me try. What's my stuff not want to zoom? Oh man, you can't read any of that. Let me. My settings need to get fixed. I mean, you sort of can, but basically, what's going on is these are names of folders, right? So this pack chunk 7071 is, I think, if I look at my folders here, where are my mods at? Mm-hmm. Oh, not that one. Oh, not that one. I don't know where this one is. 7108. Where's 7108? I don't know which mods are which. Too many mods. Let me look it up. 7108. That's this Lydia one. Why is this one showing up like this? Oh, I think it's because it's. Oh, because I named the folder 7108. Ah, retarded. Let's see. Pack chunk 7071 is the thing I'm looking at. Here, I'm gonna turn the always. So I figured out how to set that up. So, boop, boop. So the thing with the always on top was where I could use this browser and be like, oh, let's see, start GG CEO, right? And then I could be like, oh, CEO details, and go check it out, right? And so while I'm playing Tekken, right, or whatever, I would have access to that browser, right? And I could be like, oh shoot, what's the score, right? But I don't have a very good minimize setting. Like my minimize is broken right now. It's all little. But nonetheless, it would still keep me from having to go. Um, but I don't know how to get the browser to like resize and stuff. This one little baby browser. Um, but yeah. But the way these work is that, and these are not long enough, I guess, because it's a small, finite size. It doesn't like stretch or anything. Um, but see, these are all the folder names, whatever. But this is for all of my stuff. But you can tell that, oh man, where's that? Not all of my stuff. Where are you at, bro? Too many folders. So not all of these are loaded right now, right? I got a bunch of mods that conflict, so they're not loaded. So I've got a lot more mods in here. But the issue is that it looks through my entire thing, right, and says, okay, all of these are the same. It looks at these as one mod, right? One mod. They're on or off. So when I use yours, it only gives me like whatever's on in this folder. And if I change these the folder for it each time, I'm not gonna do that. I'd have to go in and be like, okay, I'm doing bears, unless there was like a quick thing, but then I'd have to set it up every single time. So, and I may do a bunch of Lydia mods early on in the day, then switch to all character mods, to switch to some different types of mods. And if I got to keep switching that thing up top, I just won't use it personally. But I don't think most people have their stuff as broken down as mine. That being said, I think it's an overall plus, right? Works for everybody if that option exists. So that's my take on that. But I think I'm ready to test this out. So let's go ahead and update it. Like the updating option would be really good, but well, here, you know what, let me try it out. Let's see. Let's see if I can use the update thingy. We'll try real world. All right, where did I put your app? Where did I put it? Programs? Ah, here. Okay, so let's load it. All right, so like this doesn't work, so we'll turn this version doesn't work. But see, I only have these little baby bits of mods. That's all I have access to here. But I guess if I want this to work, I gotta figure out which mod folder I'm working with, which I think is Lydia. So now I gotta go into here and go into here maybe. Okay, so now I'm in here. All right, and then let's switch to developer mode. And I'm guessing I didn't read the README yet. So it says install, or maybe I can click on, oh, here we go, update. Let's check it out. Bam. Sure you want to replace this with this? Yes. Okay, whatever that is. All right, cool. Let's see what happened. So now, wait, where's, I don't, why are, I'm missing a UTalk folder. Okay, so that's a bug. You need all three. So if you don't have all three, you won't have a mod. Um, so, and, but I like the setup, right? Um, this one you have to pick all three for it to work. On my setup, I'm only picking like one. Like it's only going to show me pack chunk 7131. I'm not going to see UCAS pack or UTalk. I'll just see that. I don't even see pack, UCAS, and UTalk on mine because I feel like it's unnecessary if we're just using the file name. And these will always be in three. If you get these in less than three, or and even if it didn't matter, like if you're doing a pack mod, right, for like a WWI's situation, um, you would only need the pack, but it would still work the same. It would still be like, hey, I only see one version of 7036 Windows, so that's all I'm going to show the people. But the update thing is pretty sick. I like it. I just needed to do a full update. But nice. Okay. I ain't mad at it. And it didn't delete my stuff, which is perfect. So that means I can go in and manually do it if I want to. Like so. What do you mean I need permissions, man? Am I? Oh, it's probably because it's open here. Okay, try again. Wait, is it because it's open here? Yeah. No, what? Okay, cancel. Okay, paste. All right. A bunch of conflicting folders, whatever. All right, but let's see if this works. Okay, so the update is looking, I think at its core it works great. So I think that's good, but it just needs to make sure it's grabbing all three files. But that's looking good. Oh, so what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to see if I can, if my initial attempts at retargeting are a complete fail or what. And so right now the expectations are very low, very low. No one's been able to do it, so there's no reason I should be able to do it. So if I have any progress at all, then we should be solid. What I'm gonna do is I'm loading Heihachi, right? And Heihachi should essentially be have Lydia's body, but I don't want her body all like stretched out. It's gonna be ideal. I'm hoping that Hayashi's head is like floating up, and little Lydia's body is like below it. I think that's what I'm looking for. Just what I don't want to crash. I don't want nothing to happen. Okay, so it looks like nothing happened. Which sucks. Okay, so I got nothing. So I definitely did something wrong. Me? You have no clue. I've already done one purge. I did a purge for Tekken 7 and I got rid of 60 gigabytes of mods, right? I would say a good 90% of them were working at 95%. I just never released them. And then I still released 60 plus gigs worth of mods when Tekken 7 ended. And I've already done one mini purge for Tekken 8. You have no, because I do all this testing. I make all these new mods and make whatever. They're all like proof of concept mods. Some of them are actual mods. Some of them are personal mods. But a lot of them are proof of concept. Like, can we do this? And if we can, how? You know what I mean? Like this one. I don't know what it is. All right, so I gotta look at this again, see what's up because it. So there's that. Did I not load it or something? Or did I put the wrong one in? 7133. Hmm. Okay, so let's take a look. 7133. Okay. So I've got all of this stuff is in here. Look at my items. Is my IBC? I don't even know if I can tell from this. Alright. That should be right. Oh, why is it in the BDF? So, for whatever reason, hold up. The IP that I have is not right. Yeah, like this, it didn't cook this, it cooked the original one. So, let's go ahead and reset it. Because I was like, that don't make no sense. It's kind of built the way it's supposed to be. The update works fine for you. Well, I mean, I could try it again here. We'll try it again. I need to add a shortcut to that. I lost it. Uh, uh, da, da, da. Oh, look, there's an icon. I don't remember seeing that icon there before. Hey, oh, come on. Click on it. Click on it. Why? Why'd you break? Okay, here we go. Nice. Cuts. All right, there we go. So, actually, I'll try it in a second. Let's check to see if this works. Okay, so that says B. All right. Why do I have two B's? Okay, that's a different one. So B, 1P, B, BDF 1P. All right. And there's that. And that. Okay, I'm just gonna redo it, I guess. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I just didn't do it. I thought I did. I wonder if that's the case. So I'll try the update once this is done. I just want to know if it works or not. You know what I'm saying? I need a mini success, full success, or a fail that could point me in the right direction. Oh. There's plenty of parts of modding that suck. I want to keep them down to a minimum. All right, but I'll be right back. I need to go handle my family real quick. Damn, this thing's still cooking. Oh, there it goes. All right, I'm gonna retry the update. Let's see. All right, so um, mods folder. Okay, this is where my Lydia stuff is at. 7133. We'll go to 7133. Click on this. Update. Yes. All right, let's see. Did it work? Nope, didn't work. 1012. I don't think it worked at all. Where did it go? All right. No, it got. Why didn't it work? Why does it say 1012? It shouldn't say 1012. Let's see, mods. Not mods, packs. All right, maybe I need to refresh it. Let's see, refresh. Oh, no, it's all refreshed. Update. No, for whatever reason, it's not grabbing all the pieces. Right, copy. Let's go ahead and close that for now. Delete. Huh. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Please work. Okay. So, oh my goodness. What the F is this? So, it's it's a funny situation. Okay, so all right, one I've is she in the shadows? Is that why she's dark like that? Let me change the background. Nope, she's just burnt up there. Too close to the sun. Not sure what's causing that. So that's an interesting thing. Oh shoot, what the fuck? Okay, cool. So, whoa, zoom in. So she's burnt for some reason. All right. She's got Heihachi's skin. All right. But the arm positions don't look super far off. The head, although, is changed as well. So I don't like that either. So, oh, there's still things to do. But there's, I have to figure out what's going on. So I have to figure out why the skeleton is all the way up here and stuff. But some of it did work. It looked like the legs need to get fixed a bit. Let's see if it moves. I don't know if it's gonna move. So. Oh man. All right, so it might. I think what I might need to do. So I think one of the issues is definitely the retargeting method. There's these bone systems for this game are a lot more complicated. So I think I need to actually go through and really understand the hierarchy a little bit more. And maybe we'll come back to it. But I think it's something, right? It's not nothing, and it's not a complete loss. It looks like overall body structure is the same. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do one last take a look at this here. That way I can come back and look through it. And I'm just gonna go into practice mode and see how the character moves.
Get ready for the next battle.
So when I've tried to grab like the animations directly from the game for like the idle position, I run into a similar issue where like the disjointing of the arms is different because the setup is not a very simple setup. It's a more complex setup to allow them more flexibility in the animation, but it makes it a pain if you don't know what that setup is. So, and that's where I'm at. I don't know what the setup is.
Get ready for the next battle.
But the burnt thing is kind of funny. Is Heihachi burnt? I don't know. He might be. All right, so. Oh, I need to. Yeah, all right, so the arms do look really bad. Sort of. They're like loopy. But what I'm trying to see is the hips aren't moving at all. So I can't figure out the hips. Is there a real version of that? Oh, okay. Oh, so it's not even like... Is there an electric version of it? I was saying there's not a just frame version though. Oh my goodness. So there is a just frame version. So that's the shitty version. That's the regular version. That's just for immersion. Okay. Okay. Oh, dude, that's hilarious. All right, that's enough of that. Okay, I gotta go run through some errands and shit. So, all right, cool. That's one step forward. I don't know what direction. Off a cliff towards a volcano. Who knows? But one step forward. Post game summary. Interesting. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it for right now, at least. No, I don't know what was said in the chat.